Hi everyone, it's Stanley. It is Stanley, Trader Stanley. Is this the Bitcoin top? So we shall be looking into various models that will be explaining to us whether this is the Bitcoin top or we still have a long way to go up, or is Bitcoin about crashing. So first of all, let's look at the candlestick pattern. As you can see, this is the weekly chart of Bitcoin. This is the weekly chart of Bitcoin. As we all can see, from the weekly chart of Bitcoin, you can see the correct candle Bitcoin is printing. It's already printing a bearish engulfing candle. So we already have a bearish engulfing candle, which means it swallowed the previous weekly candle. So this shows that if this candle closes by Sunday this week and print another confirmation, we can see that Bitcoin will start moving down. So at least the first case we have a bearish engulfing candle, which is yet to be closed. So by Sunday, we will know whether a close of this bearish engulfing candle will confirm we still have a long way to we're about to go up, or we will continue moving down. Only, let's see the 8-week moving average and the 21-week simple moving average. So from past records, we can see that once Bitcoin closes a candle below the 8-week moving average, it is coming down to the 21-week moving average, 20-week moving average SMA. This is the 8-week SMA in brown, while the blue line is the 20-week SMA. So from past records, we discover that once Bitcoin closes a weekly candle under the 8-week, it comes down to the 20-week SMA. Closes a weekly candle under the 8-week, comes down to the 20th week SMA. So we'll be waiting for a candle close. We'll be waiting for a candle close below this 8-week moving average. So we can get other confluences. We can add to the confluences. So first of all, wait for this candle to close. If this candle closes bearish and it engulfs this last week candle and a new candle open under the close, a new candle close under the 8-week moving average, we know what I will have two confluences. So let's look at other past histories where these same cases happened. As we can all see, Bitcoin closed a candle below the 8-week. It's now moved down to the 20th week. Let's check more cases of Bitcoin closing below the 8-week. As you can all see, a close below the 8-week marked the top at this point. A close below the 8-week marked the top at this point. A close below the 8-week marked this top. A close below the 8-week, you can see, marks the top of this market. A close below the 8-week marks the top of this market. So what is the first thing we are looking at? The A close below this 8-week moving average and the printing of bearish engulfing candle might be marking the top of this market. Also note that the 8-week moving average, the 8-week SMA is at 63K, 63, 64K, while the 20th week is at 45K. So do well to know that once there is a candle close below 63K and a confirmation, we're expecting that Bitcoin should be dropping down to the 20th week SMA, which is at 44, 45K, based on past history. Okay, so let's continue with other confluences that might be telling us that Bitcoin is at the edge of collapsing or at the uh, local top or exactly at the local top. Let's add the stochastic RSI. Stochastic RSI, stochastic. So most of you, if you don't know this RSI measures the momentum. When the blue line crosses over to the red line, below 80, that means that the market is going to be crashing. Once the red line crosses over above once the blue line crosses above the red line, from below 10 to above 20, you know the market will pump. But once the red line crosses above the blue line and move down to the 80 level, you know the market is about to crash. Okay, let's see some instances. Let's see some instances. At this top, you can see that the red line crossed above the blue line and moved down to the 80 level. The market crashed. At this top also, you can also see that the red line crossed above the blue line, moved down to the 80 level, and the cross must be above the 80 level. If the cross is below the 80 level, is invalid. If the like this, and this, these are all invalid crosses. The crosses must be above the 80 level, and after the cross, both of them must come below the 80 level. So what do we have here right now? Yes, the blue line, the red line has already crossed above the blue line. Has it come down to the 80 level? No. The blue line has already come down to the 80 level, but the red line is still about to cross. So once this red line cross come below the 80 level, we know that it's official. We are highly probable to crash. This market is highly probable to crash. Let's check other cases where this same thing happened. As you can see, at this point, the red line crossed above the blue line and came below the 80 level. You can see the crash that happened here. We crashed down. The red line crossed above the blue line and came below the 80 level. You can see the crash that happened here. Which other place? The red line crossed above the blue line. You can see what happened here. So let's keep checking. You can see at this point, the red line crossed above the blue line. You can see a crash that happened at this point. So that is what we are expecting. Remember, I have three cases now. The first case is a bearish engulfing candle. Second case is a close below the 8-week moving average. Third case is this stochastic coming below this 80 level. Both of the blue and the red line crossed, come below the 80 level. This market is highly likely to crash. Okay, let's look at the last indicator we shall be presenting. We'll go to the indicator, go to the RSI, Relative Strength Index. From the Relative Strength Index, you can see once we are oversold, that is, we are at 70 and above, it means that we are highly overbought. We are highly overbought. We are likely to crash from that point. At that point, we are highly overbought. As you can see at this top, we are highly overbought. So the market crashed from here. At this point we are now, we are highly overbought, which means we are above 70 in the RSI. We are likely to crash now. Let's take other cases where we are highly overbought. As you can see now, we are highly overbought at this point. We are likely to crash. Also, at this point, you can see we are highly overbought. At this point, you can see we crashed down. So I shall be looking at these four confluences. The first one has already triggered, which is we are highly overbought. We are in the overbought region. The second one I'll be looking at is the stochastic RSI. The fourth one, bearish engulfing candle printing at the weekly. And the fourth one, a close below the weekly 8-week SMA. So if I have three out of these confluences, and which one have already triggered, I'll be expecting a crash, at least to this region, to this 40 level, before we can now retrace and continue our journey after the halving. So if you are yet to subscribe, please do well to subscribe to the channel and click on the like button. So it helps in the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for listening.